10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Welcome to Trendy Uploads and Streams. Hey guys, how you doing? This is D Durrell with Trendy Uploads and Streams. Happy to be here once again. This is my second video. Unfortunately, I'm going to do something that this particular story on Donald Trump that has pretty much dominated and monopolized the media. That was an unsuccessful assassination attempt. I've been watching this since yesterday. And of course, when people see things and people see a story, everybody jumps on it. Now, unfortunately, in the past, I chose to not focus on trendy types of what's dominating the media at times. But however, during this particular channel, this is what I have to focus on doing, giving you some of the more up-to-date news and things that are going on throughout the world. So I want to focus a little bit on the Donald Trump situation and the assassination attempt. Now, I hear all types of, YouTube famous content creators and influencers on all platforms giving their take on this particular situation. In popularity, on what occurred, and you as the viewer, you can take it and say, hey, this is what I think. Maybe I agree, disagree. I feel what you're saying. Maybe this is not true. Maybe you're off base. But hey, I'm going to give it a try. You can pretty much, kind of give your own perspective. So, I've stated this for years. Matter of fact, I was just recently talking to other friends of mine, content creators and etc., about this particular situation. And I also spoke on the fact that I've had these conversations about when people are campaigning, particularly the Republican Party, how they will go about in these open spaces all the time, these MAGA rallies, these Tea Party rallies, and these people bring guns and my Second Amendment right, and you can't take away my gun, and these bumper stickers, or if you take away my gun, I'll shoot you, and all of these grandiose ideas about how they handle guns and giving themselves an inflated sense of self and their rights and their liberties, and the government's trying to take over. And so we wonder what produces the mindset of someone who will attempt to assassinate a former president. Listen, I don't wish death upon anyone. I don't wish death upon Donald Trump. Don't wish death upon any politician, person. No, it doesn't matter where you are in the social economical ladder. However, let's not pretend that Donald Trump doesn't have enemies. Let's not pretend that Donald Trump has people who could and will benefit if he's unsuccessful at being president, or unfortunately, worst case scenario, was assassinated. Listen, there are people who are not happy with Biden. There are people who, in the underground belly of the government, who pretty much a shadow government of people who are really running the country, corporations and all these different organizations and well-to-do people who are billionaires and have all this influence that nobody know about, nobody sees, but they know they're there when we don't know they're there. There are people who don't want to see certain people thrive. And so we have a situation with Donald Trump, for the most part, is anti-establishment. Donald Trump was basically a Republican for a hot minute before he ran for president. Most of his, I would say 80 to 90% of his life, he's been a Democrat. And it's just the facts. Trump is not a conservative. Never was, never will be. He's definitely not an evangelical conservative Christian. He's not fiscally conservative at all. And his own financial history proves that, whether he built wealth or not. He's filed bankruptcy 1 million times. And he spent a lot of money when he was president. He spent a great deal of money. The debt grew under his presidency. And these are just facts. So with that being said, I watched tons of videos and I saw people talking about the perimeter, talking about the fact that they had high buildings, the surveillance sucked, it was incompetent. Social service agencies and security people, professionals didn't do their job. It was lackadaisical in nature, almost to the point where it was intentional. Again, I'm not big on the conspiracy theories, but the fact of the matter, what they planned to do or what nearly happened, and the guy that got killed, and then they said there were two other people who also died in the process. It was almost executed, and it would have been a horrible time. It would have created even a worse time in our country's history, and particularly within the political, environment, landscape in itself. Because one thing that this country can pride itself on is that you don't see the political outrage and violence during elections. Now that we've had some close calls, we've had some disruptions, we've had some potential fraud and miscounts and things of that sort that cause people to go crazy. But for the most part, you don't see people consistently trying to kill political figures. Thank God. That what separates us from a lot of unstable countries. America's supposed to pride itself on civility, being the class of the world, being humane. And now we have this precedence, and I pray to God that this will not continue within our country's history. I hope that in Trump's run for president, I hope that he will be well protected if he continues to pursue the office. I also hope that President Biden will be protected equally as well, or any other politician that could be at risk. I don't want to see anybody dying. I don't want to see any assassinations. I don't want to see, where people are uncomfortable and feel like their life is threatened for running for public office. So with that being said, that is my perspective on it. I'm just speaking not just specifically on Donald Trump, regardless of all the crazy things that he has said and done unapologetically. Hey, that's him. Despite his being convicted of felonies and still being able to run, that is despite all of that, he did not deserve the action that occurred today. So I'm getting out of here, guys. This is Trendy Uploads and Streams with D. Durrell. I hope you all have a wonderful day.